It's your favorite swag in the morning. Yeah, I said it in my Mr. Magic voice. The real famous swag in the morning. I'm the brother Prince Crew.
And I'm your girl, Lady D.
Lady D, before we get into this amazing guest, tell everybody what swag means.
Swag means saved with amazing grace.
And morning don't mean daytime. It means you hope you beginning freedom from being in the darkness. And I'm going to tell you something. This comedian actor, although he's a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, we're going to bring him into the light today. I'm on purposely wearing my Dallas Cowboys get up because I know it will get on his nerves. Ladies and gentlemen, before we bring him in, Lady D, you're looking kind of, is that Pittsburgh Steelers colors? Hold on now.
Yeah.
Hold on, what the Luciakaleti up?
Yeah, that wasn't even on purpose. You know, I'm not even a football fan, but...
You know your brother now is Ron K. Vaughn of the Pittsburgh Steelers, like this guy. He's talented. Yeah, but not everybody's that smart, right? You got to have some glitches. That's his glitch.
Oh, that's his glitch?
Very talented, very funny, very improbable. I mean, the dude is dope.
He is dope. He is dope.
And then there's that.
Oh.
Steelers fan. And whole stock went down. Down the drain. Now, I don't even know if to call him cousin. I don't even know what family title I'm going to give him, but all I know is he's a good bro.
Okay.
He really is.
I think that might be it, though.
Brother?
Yeah, I think so.
God, bro?
Something like that.
I forgot what family it is.
Yeah, I think it is.
I got my star on my hat, and I know it's random. Now, I'm a generous person. I'm nice. I give gifts.
Okay.
I gave this guy a Dallas Cowboys poster.
And
this dude want to say he's going to use it as to hold his coffee table up. Now, that's rude and real disrespectful and real hurtful. And the whole coffee table. I'm going to use it as a whole lot. Because, you know, I'm going to blow my voice. So I'm going to blow his voice and, I don't think nobody can do that. I don't know. I didn't see Jay Farrell do Bruhman. I don't think nobody can do that.
They can't. Nobody.
And I call him Bruhman because that's what, you know how Tupac is Bishop? That dude is Bruhman.
Yeah. He Bruhman all day. I'm just
that's Bruhman. Nah, his name is Reginald. Okay. When you can't get rid of that.
Yeah, that's it. It's stuck with them. That's it. That's what they know.
Well, Lady D, you know it's voting time in all areas of the world. November is next week. Next Tuesday is time to get out and vote. Mm-hmm. And people are voting for their people that they're voting for.
Yeah.
I got to give a shout out to Pharrell Williams. Pharrell came to Norfolk and Hampton Roads area, man. He had this dreamer, mighty dream form, man. I'm so proud of him. He's giving people the opportunity to grow and to be better with their vision. And I mean, Pharrell was giving the politicians his business. He's like, yo, I get nothing from this. Yeah. What are you doing?
Right.
Shout out to Pharrell Williams, man. I've seen Pharrell grow and sprout from the days of the Future Studio. Mm-hmm. And I'm loving. I love this dude, man. Very good brother.
Awesome.
So proud of him, lady. I'm so proud of him. So who's in the news? Like, there's a lot of people in the news, but I'm going to get into this guy, right? Because you probably got all the news. You think? Yeah.
I don't know, but
what?
Go ahead. I'm following you, sir. I'm following you.
You got some news, right?
I do have some.
So let's talk about what you're doing before we bring Reggie in, man. Like, I want everybody to know I'm super proud of you.
Oh, thank you.
I'm so excited for what you have going on. Let's talk about this new project you're working on, Lady D.
Well. It is Romans 1:38 initiative. Yes. Y'all, if y'all knew the story behind this finance journal, you would probably cry with me. So I'm going to do everything I can not to cry, but I'm excited because my book has arrived. This book took me some years to come to fruition, but it is here and I am going to reveal it. But I really wanted to open it up. I have a specific way that I want to do it because this book is so personal to me. I know that there are people that are waiting. There are people, a lot of people that are suffering from the lack of finances. You know, they don't have enough, and a lot of them are not saying anything. And I think that for me is enough to be able to say, hey, you're not alone. You can get through this. We can do this. And so I'm going to announce that Finance Journal. So everybody look out for Lady D. She is coming tonight.
I'm super excited.
Yes.
I'm super hooked on this, man. I can't wait to see what God does for you.
Aw.
I'm you know, I saw the box in the front of the house, and I'm like, the book is here, and I even sort of opened it, guys. I didn't really open it all the way, but I opened it kind of there, so I thought I'd unbox it tonight.
I know I want to, but you know what? I want to stick to. I change a lot of things for a lot of people, and I just want to stick to what is in my head right now and see how that goes.
And I see that, and I appreciate that.
Thank you.
All right, so let's jump right into this chump. I mean, this amazing, gifted.
I think you just. I think you're coming for him. I'm just
only because you're a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. Like, see, if it was like, look, I'm gonna tell you something, man. This guy is so dope, so talented. Like I'm bored now, but he ain't a chump. He is truly a king of this comedy thing. He is so amazing. Put your hands together for the amazing.
Yes.
The incredible.
Oh, come on.
Hallelujah. Reginald Ballard.
Yo, what's up? Yo, man, from the fifth floor. What's up, y'all?
What's up, Gabby? Remember?
Hey.
Let me tell you something. That's the dopest, like that tagline.
That's it.
Let me tell you what makes it so special. Let me do this.
Right. It's the head. It is the head now.
What's up? Like,
it's so nonchalant though. Like what?
It's time. It's the timing, man. It's like you boom.
Oh, that's what it is.
It is the time.
Yes.
Time. You gotta pop 1 second, then go about your business.
How you been doing, man? How's it going, man?
Man, just dandy, man. I'm sitting around here, man. I'm off this weekend. You know, I love to have these weekends off and watch my college football, man. You know, I'm a big college football fan. So, you know, so I'm off. I don't have to be on the road this weekend because I did a long one last weekend, man. I was like doing a play in Austin.
Yes.
I had to fly to Gainesville to do the show, and man, I was just like going boom, boom, boom.
Okay.
So working is good, but sometimes relaxing and refreshing is also good as well.
Yeah.
So how have you, your family, have been handling your personal life during this pandemic? How's everything been going?
You know, when it first hit, man, you know, nobody was working and stuff, and I invested in a lot of, stocks and bonds. So I stocks not bonds. I pretty much lived off of that, man, and but now we back to work and everything. So I mean, my wife caught COVID, I caught COVID, my son caught COVID. I don't think my daughter talking about she's a real one in the family, the toughest ones in the family. So but it's funny because I had a friend, he couldn't eat watermelon, man, because he get acid reflux, and then my son couldn't eat nuts, man, because he's allergic to nuts. My friend got COVID, he can eat watermelon now, and my son got COVID, he can eat nuts now. Ain't this crazy?
Wow.
I know. My son came and told me, Pop, man, I can eat walnuts, man. I'm like, really? Man, he's sitting up there eating cashews and all that kind of stuff, man. I'm like, wow.
That's amazing. That's something to think about.
I know, right? Exactly. Usually his head will swell up like a pumpkin. I used to threaten him. I say, boy, you ever try to jump on me, boy? But he still can't eat peanuts. I said, boy, you ever try something on me, man? All I gotta do is get a spoon of peanuts, boy, and just thump it right in your face.
Oh my
God. Look like a pumpkin, man.
Say something.
Yeah,
Say something.
that is
Say something. Peanut butter. Say something.
Yeah,
Something, boy. Say something. What you no, Dad, I know. Okay.
y'all are cruel.
Yeah, man. When you get a stick and you put it in the dog noodle and you get I'm gonna get
Y'all are cruel. Y'all are cruel. This is not.
Say something.
Yeah.
What you say? What? Fuck this up. I would get some.
Give one of them now, ladies. Give one of them now, ladies. Give one of them now. I want the great. I don't want the strawberry. I don't want the grape. Yeah, man. But, it's good though, man. We didn't overcame it so far, man. You know, but we still don't mess around with no buffets now, because you know them little kids be sticking their fingers in the chocolate fondues. So we don't mess around with the buffets no more.
But you know they give you gloves, Reggie. Like they give you.
Man, you know, your kids don't care about that.
The kids
don't care about that. You know, the kids be running around there, man, grabbing chicken with their hands.
Putting it back.
I ain't ready for the buffet yet, bro.
They take them.
And we take our own silverware to restaurants.
I think that's a good idea.
You ask for plastic forks that's already wrapped up.
I think that's a good idea.
No, we don't want those. Got our own things.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, forget that, dude. I ain't trying to, man. I remember one time the microphone touched my lips on stage, man. I had to pull my hand sanitizer and scrape my lips. Because, man, you don't want to get COVID, because you be hearing the people in the hospital talk with COVID.
Yes.
You can understand the first thing of their sentence, but you can't understand the rest because they run out of breath. They're like, you should get a shot. And don't forget the COVID. Don't forget to take the booster. Don't forget to take the booster. I don't want that, man. I don't want that.
I can't.
I know I'm going to hell, dog. I know I'm going to hell.
Oh
I ain't scared of hell. I ain't scared. You know, they talk about you burn forever, you go to hell. Don't you think if you burn forever, don't you think you eventually get used to it? But you just got to act like it's hot because you don't want the devil to turn it up. You be shooting dice, you see the devil come, here you come. Ah! Oh, get the hell out of here, man. Sorry, no, I'm wrong.
I can't. Y'all know. I don't know how much of this interview we gonna get done before.
I forgot we were doing it.
Y'all too much.
I thought it was a sound check. All right.
That's it. That is it.
Heavenly Father.
Yeah. I have to do this.
Bless this interview that I will keep Brother Reggie and his family in prayer.
I need it, brother. I need it.
It's okay. We all need prayer. It's all right. We good.
Tomorrow, man. I gotta.
Oh,
yeah.
Happy birthday in advance.
Yeah, I know.
Because she's a Scorpio, like me. My birthday is Halloween, bro. Oh,
you know, she gave me a kidney, man, like 2 years ago, man.
You serious?
Awesome.
Hold up, you gotta ask him if he's serious. I know you looked at me like I was crazy, right?
No, he said he was serious.
No, you serious?
Yeah, I had kidney disease, man. She gave me a kidney. Matter of fact, I had blood work done today again because I got to get blood work like every other month.
Mm-hmm.
It was real good. And but she 2 years ago, man. You know, she don't never let me forget it though. Every time she wants something, man, I'm like, she's like, go give me some water. I'm like, I'm tired. I gave you a kidney.
Go get my pocketbook is right next to me.
You know what I mean?
Funny.
Like taking this bad fella out and stuffing it back up her navel. Take this bad fella back. Just let me swell up.
Sure.
No, but yeah, right.
Go get me some water out of the refrigerator. You right by the refrigerator. I gave
you a kidney. Little minor stuff. I gave you a kidney.
But she said she did that so that you could, finish doing
whatever, man. it's like it's still in her body. So 3 o'clock in the morning, talking about get up and go pee. I'm like, I don't got to pee. Yes, you do. Because my kid got to pee, that mean the other one got to pee too. They used to peeing at the same time. Come on.
Oh no.
My next question, lady.
I don't even know. But big ups to her. We wish her.
Yes, indeed. Happy birthday.
Okay. I tell you,
happy birthday. She's special. And in a good way, you're special in a bad way. You're like, you're special.
I got a gift. I just came back, man. I got it. She wanted the go-go boots, come all the way up to your knees. So I just got a gift card from DSW. Let her go get it herself. My friend works than me though. My friend said he said he got money in the bank. Go and get what you need out the bank and get what you want. I'm like, that's a little cheesy right there. At least make the effort to go get a gift card somewhere. Make the effort. Now this don't say go get the money. It's our money, but you go get the money and get what you want. You know what I mean? That's a little cheesy right there, dude.
I'm glad you did the step. I'm glad you did the extra step.
The extra step, exactly.
So tell me, when did you first found out that you had this gift of being a comedian? Like, what was your first time you realized that you were funny?
I always was a performer, man. I was in a choir in 3rd grade. I played football, track. So I was always in front of an audience, man. But, I majored in theater, man. I started doing theater before the comedy. So, but, I used to always make my mother and my sister laugh, man. At home when I was a kid, we used to always laugh and joke around. I used to have them. I used to wrestle with them. I used to put my sister on top of my mother and sit on both of them, and I used to have them rolling, man. And, so, I was like, you know what? Hey, I think I can make a living out of this. Let me go on out there. But, theater was my first love, though. I mean, I knew that when I see my first Bruce Lee movie in the 4th grade, man. See my man right there?
Oh.
In the 4th grade, I knew I wanted to be an actor, man. I always thought I was going to be a kung fu actor, but I knew I wanted to be an actor. So, it worked out.
Wow.
Yeah, I can't do no kung fu now. If I kick somebody, I pull a fat. They ain't got that many muscles left. Pull my fat in my leg. I'll do that.
You had a few sitcoms and a few little movies under your belt, but do you like screenplays or do you like stage plays better?
Man, I like anything entertainment, man. I love, stage. Matter of fact, like I said, I just did one play last Friday and scheduled to do Raising in the Sun on February. But I love plays, man. I love, being on TV. Movies is a plus, but I think if I had to settle down and do something, I love sitcoms. I love doing, sitcoms or TV, you know what I mean? Because, I could do it, go do it, boom, come back home, chill. And like Bernie was a cool show because we had one camera. So you film your stuff and you go home. But Martin was a 5-camera show. So you record, you rehearse for 4 days and you shoot on that 5th day. So you there every day. Bernie, you just go that one day, do your thing and you're done. Come back, do your thing, you're done. But either way, man, I love it, man. I love everything about it, man. I love just going to the set and just being early, just sitting around looking at the stage and the rafters and the floors and the curtains. I just loved everything about it.
Wow. But I noticed, Lady D, like with Martin, right? Mm-hmm. I can mention, and this is so crazy, right? I can mention Bruhman. I can say Bruhman. Daughters. We were talking to Bruhman. Who for Martin? Like it's the cross generations where people still know you. Yeah. From that. Like how have that experience been for you with Martin? Because I can speak to my daughter, she's 11, and her friends, and I said, Bruhman, the guy from Martin? Mm-hmm. Like, and because it's still going on. How have that experience been for you?
The experience, for working on Martin, man, for me is very humbling, man. I mean, to know that little kids coming up to see and to know you, and because they play the reruns and the like your character, the lovely character, and I only did 12 episodes. I did like 40 episodes of Bernie, but they remember those 12 episodes of Martin that I did, and it's humbling, man. Just to go places and people still after 30 years, they still recognize you and still come up and give you love, man. And I don't take none of it for granted, man. I don't brush nobody off. Somebody want to talk, if I'm in the airport or something and my flight is, not until 45 hours, I sit and talk. We talk, man, and just like regular people, man. I mean, I love it. I love it.
And yeah, it's so good though. It's so good when you find someone, your caliber, and you want to sit and you talk. It's just like I feel like it gives someone else hope. It's like, wow, he's just a regular person just like me. So if he can do it, I can do it. It just brings them a little bit closer. But let me just tell you what my daughter said when we said Bruhman. She said for Martin, she said Bruhman's shirt was too little. I don't think Bruhman cared about too much of anything that sandwich.
Nah, Bruhman type of character that people don't think of. Bruhman wasn't dumb, man. Bruhman would do some stuff like this. Like, Bruhman was like, yo, what's up? I just found out I needed 4 new tires for my Nissan Max, and I ain't had $300 to pay for it. So I went to Avis and rented me a Nissan Max, $35 for the date, and put my tires on their car and theirs on mine. Bruhman would do something like that.
Yeah, I swear.
Nobody but Bruhman gets away with it. And I'm like, the character, I love the character.
I love the character.
Because the character comes out of the blue. And he doesn't.
And a lot of it was made up as we went along.
I kind of figured that. I said, this guy has to be improv, because when he did the thing, he said, when he was giving more deeper, more in one episode, it was like, yeah, man, it was a glass fridge.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you see it's like the walk. The Bruhman walk was totally accident. Because, I was right out of college, man, theater. And the theater is always telling you to stay in your light. Never get out your light. I always know where your light at.
Mm-hmm.
So I always know where your light is. So when I had Martin's shirt on and he told me this sweater, he said, get out my chair, man. And I got up and I'm thinking to myself, theater, stay in your light. But it's no light, because the camera's going always.
Right.
Like, man, I just want to stay on the camera long enough so my mama could see me. So I'm walking real slow, right? So Tachina was like, go and play Pam. She's like, yo, you saw the walk? That walk was hilarious. And that's how the walk stayed. It was totally accident, man. I was just trying to stay in front of the camera so my mother and my sister had longer time to see me, man.
Hey.
How did you actually get the part?
Man, I was at home in Texas, man. I'm from Galveston, Texas, man. I was at my friend, man, house, Tuffy, Eddie Fowler. I was at his house. And we were watching the reruns of Martin, man, and I was on the floor laughing at Dragonfly Jones, man. I was crying. I was home for a week, right? So that next week I went back to LA, and they called me in for audition. Say they want to audition for Martin. I'm like, really? So I went in and I read it for Eileen McKnight, and I read it. She's like, I did something different. I said, can you do a little something different? So I did the whole fifth flow and all that stuff, man. And she was like, yo, okay, cool. She took me across the street to meet Martin and the producers, man. I had to read for them. They was in there with all they hats to the gangster side and all that. They lean. I went there and hit them with that. They was in there rolling, man. And I got the part right there on the spot, man.
Wow,
they
awesome.
From the place and say, yo, we want him to come to table read. And, they did the whole contract and whole 9, man, right there on the set, man.
That's awesome. One of the things for me is to be able to speak to you. Know that I sat there, years ago and watched you as a little girl, as a teenager sitting there watching, and now to be able to talk to you and be like, wow, it's amazing how, to find out that all of that was improv one. The walk came about because you were trying, and you were just trying to do something. Yeah. It's just amazing, and I'm hoping and praying that the viewers are looking and saying, wow, he did, I can do it. There's something inside. It's something inside of us, and we just gotta figure it out. And when your time comes, you gotta be ready to jump on it. You
gotta be ready. You gotta be ready, man. I was ready. It's like I did many things before Martin and many things since Martin, but that is I think that right now that's my defining moment as an actor, you know, because that's the ones that people know me. I mean, I've done ER, NCIS,
Right.
ABC, all that stuff, man. And you know, but that's the defining one of my career, man, so far. So yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And like you said, you've done many things, but there's and that's just it's just like that in life. I feel like that, you know, you're gonna do a lot of things, but there's gonna be one thing. There's gonna be something, you know, that and like me, like I wrote the book and the book came out and the book is here. But for me, I feel like I've done so many things. You know, I've written a big book before. I've done a lot of things, but that is one of my proud moments.
Right.
Like, yo,
and that's the one that people will remember you by. You know, you want to do something in the world that, you know, people will remember you when you're gone. You know, you left your mark, you know, some kind of way. You know, I tell my son that all the time. I say, man, just do something to leave your mark, man, something that you'll be proud of, whether it's, you know, worked hard for your family or whatever it may be, you know, something that people can remember you by. So,
yeah, amazing.
Yeah.
I am so excited, man. Look, and I like the fact that what you're telling your children, and what they're doing in reference to leaving their mark. I do feel that it's very important to notice that it's about getting on your mark. It is about being set. It is about just building your legacy. You know what I'm saying? So what are some of the things, I know you did a lot of things. I don't want to go into your bio. People research, they know your bio. They know what's going on with you. And so what's next for you? Like, what is it that what's on your plate now? Like, what is next for you?
Well, we writing a sitcom right now, man, as we speak, about my kidney situation and my wife and family. You know, what we've been through. It's comedy, man. I mean, it's, you know, like my daughter when she's 4 years old, man, and my wife's dad used to live with us, man, before he passed. He's like 99 when he passed, but he had the false teeth, man, and couldn't find the false teeth, man, for 4 days until my wife make up my daughter bed, found the false teeth under her pillow, and my wife said, "What you doing with these false teeth?" She's talking about the fairy godmother gonna bring her $45 for all these teeth because she got $2 for one of her.
Oh my God.
So, you know, it's just, my life is a sitcom, man, for real.
I can see that.
Yeah.
The Ballards.
You know, wife, it's like, you know, in the beginning, marriage so cool, and then, you know, you go in the bathroom the first 2-3 months of marriage, and your wife already made up, looking good, breath already fresh, you done brushed her teeth. Now, after 35 years of marriage, go to the bathroom now, man, she in the mirror picking up beard with tweezers. You know, when you got a beard, when that happens.
Brother, man, I can
My clippers. I can't use no clippers because it'll grow back. That's weird to me, though.
That's where I'm gonna draw the line now. Y'all doing
you trying to cut the interview?
Y'all doing too much. I know what she feels like, though. you have to get them.
Like with the beard, man. When you became Sasquatch around this bastard overnight. You know,
that's not
women, man. It's like, she, used to be romantic. Used to rub your fingers through my hair in the morning. I'm like, well, shoot, now I gotta walk over to the dresser to get it. And I don't feel like getting up. Keep it by the nightstand. I rub it out night long.
You man cave or something? You sure you're gonna be able to get out tonight?
I know. Right now, so I wouldn't dare be saying that.
I was about to say, the other man keep going like this when my wife is down.
Yeah, you know, my son came in one time, I'm like,
I'm gonna spill the beans.
Y'all boy like this.
Her friends gonna send this to her, I guarantee.
Yeah, yes.
That's when I'm pull out the DSW card. Bam. Go get your boots, girl. Yo, go. Come all the way up to your knees, girl.
That is too
She need those in the wintertime.
Boots to your thighs, girl.
So you saying you guys are working on a project? Does she write? Does she act?
Well, not her, but me and I got another writer. Yeah, she's
okay.
Yeah, I mean, she just sit back. She's she have a master's in social work, man. She's a social worker at
okay.
Pasadena Unified School District, man. Yeah, she got a master's from USC, man, University of Southern Cal. She a Trojan.
Hey.
Yeah. All that. Always trying to analyze me. I'm like, you better keep that junk over there to your plane. My head, I be throwing all kind of loops. I like fried monkeys. What?
I'm sure you keep her on her toes. I am sure.
So how is
she'll not to come at me, man? She'll not to come at me.
How is that? I mean, I would ask her how it is to be married to a funny comedian or a person like you. I want to ask her that question one day. If I get a chance, like, what is that?
They don't think you're funny. They take it for granted. They be like, man, that's the same old. Because me and her, man, I've been knowing my wife since the 8th grade, man. We married 35 years. Yeah, and we didn't get along all the way from the 8th to the 12th. I didn't say nothing to her. She ain't said nothing to me. When we talked, it was always negative. I said, girl, look like you got weed lips. And that was like in the 8th grade. Look like you smoke weed. She's talking about, you got big old teeth. Look at your big teeth. We ain't taking her to the 12th grade, man. 12th grade, she asked me to take her to get a sweater one time because I had a car. I'm like, what you asking me for? We don't even talk. She said, you don't got a car. Can you just take me? I mean, I tell her to get a sweater, man. 40 years later, man, I'm stuck. And I ain't even see the sweater. I was set up, man. I was set up. I'm convinced I was set up.
That was a setup. Okay.
Yeah, I was a blue chip athlete coming out of high school, man. I mean, I had scholarship offers all over the country, D1s, man. And, I was like, I was on my way. I was going to the NFL, man. And then, I got bit by the acting bug, even though I knew I wanted to do it in the 4th grade. But the opportunity presented itself. And SMU got the death penalty. We the only team in history that got a NCAA death penalty. They got a 30 for 30 on us on ESPN called a Pony Excess. That's about us. You'll see me on that one. And after that, I needed 3 hours of transfer, man. So I took a theater class, excelled in the class, and went to University of Missouri. And the rest is history, man.
Wow. So you on your way somewhere else, huh?
Yep. They did it. And it's funny, true story. I told my friends, I said, man, I'm finna go to Hollywood and hang with Stallone. And I said, next time you see me, I'm gonna be on TV. I went to Hollywood. The first movie I did was with Stallone.
Wow.
Next time I was on Martin. Ain't that crazy?
Get over yourself, boy.
Yeah. That's
the movie I did with Stallone. It was called Lockup. All I did was hold a gun on him. I had a rifle. I was holding a rifle up on him.
I saw that.
I had there, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, no speaking line.
Wow.
Goodness.
I'm saying
this is. I'm feeling good about this right here. I'm feeling good about this. You are definitely inspiring me, and I'm get from wanting to do football.
Yeah.
Into acting, into doing all of these things like that.
Yeah.
Now let me ask you something. In reference to football, because you're a college football player. You love college football. That's your thing. Mm-hmm. What are your thoughts about Deion Sanders with Jackson State University? Let's talk about it. I want to talk about D right now because I see him doing some great things and some special things, and I need you to put this in for the record. What are your thoughts about Mr. Deion Sanders with Jackson State?
I love it, man, because first of all, he kind of remind me of myself, man. I never had a drink in my life, man. I couldn't even tell you how alcohol tastes. Never had a drink in my life, man. I don't use profanity off the stage. My friends never heard me curse, man. They, when I'm on stage, I'm like a sailor because I'm an actor acting like a comic, a Def Jam comic. Yeah. And they laugh is because they hear me using profanity. Like, man, I ain't never heard you say that before, man. But and he kind of reminded me of myself, you know, and the motivational speeches he gave his kids, man. I mean, you know, he talks to kids and stuff, man, like he cares. You know, it's not like he have a job. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, he care about these kids, you know, future and well-being, you know, making them men. And you know, and he's such a positive influence on HBCUs, man. I mean, he's, you know, put the foundation down there like this how it can be. You know, I mean, he knows talent, and he's been around coaches that knows talent, and what he has learned, he's been able to transfer that over to the players and the whole HBCU conferences, man. I mean, the colleges. It's like, you know, he's that bright light that I think maybe like, you know, Coach Eddie Robinson, you know, Senior was back in the day. You know, he's bringing the all eyes on me mentality to HBCUs. You know, because HBCUs could play with anybody in the country if we had those big horses up front. With the specialty players, receivers, running backs, DBs, and all that could go with anybody in the country, any D1 school in the country. But those big linemen up there, we might, you know, beef them up a little bit more. Man, shoot, HBCU, that's what everybody gonna be wanting to see after a while. That's what they're gonna be wanting to see after a while, because this man has done a terrific job. I like hearing him. I like watching him, man. I like when he say, you know, give me my theme music. Dun, dun, dun. I like that.
That's amazing, man. I love this voice.
That's what it's all about, man. It's like our culture, man. It's like, you know, you turn us loose, dude. It's nothing that we can't do. You know, when you restrict us, you know, now we got to be conformed to a society that really don't know us. I think Jimmy Johnson was like that. I think Coach Jimmy Johnson understood the black athlete. It's like, you know what, hey man, you know, music.
A lot of that now.
Yeah, man, you do your thing. And he was able to tap into that. And I think Dion had that same DNA. He know how to tap into, you know, what make the African American, the black athlete excel. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what Coach Tomlin is all. He's that's from words, you know. You know, I'm gonna keep it real. You know, get the teams that Coach Tomlin can relate to them young kids, them young players. That's why he won a Super Bowl as an African American coach. And a lot of people don't give him much spotlight, but he knows how to relate to these young kids. Unlike, you know, he don't have the talent that he needs right now, but he knows how to definitely relate to these young kids. You know,
one more Super Bowl than Dallas, but go ahead.
Huh? One Super Bowl.
One more than Dallas. I'm just saying.
I think he took a shot at you.
Yeah, just one more than Dallas. You know, I'm just saying.
Brother, I was giving you a little bit of credit.
Man, he did it with a straight face, though.
Hey, brother, I was giving you some credit, bro. You're coaching. You
but I saw the moment. I had to take it.
You did a big pop in my rib. Like, what are you doing?
Nice about
you can pull the light anytime. You control the show. You can like.
Nah, I don't want to do that.
So now it's already recorded. It's gonna be hard to edit that out. And then you got to be up an extra 30 minutes editing that out.
And I hate doing it too, man. You jive turkey.
He put up the church finger.
It's all good, Champ. I mean, Champ, it's all good.
Tonight of what's going on in the world today, I can't even say. I'm trying my best before we close and give you the stage.
Tell us about the play, man. The suicide prevention, man.
University.
Hello.
You know what I'm saying? I think that's a good thing. That's a good thing right there, dude. In today's climate,
well,
man.
See, I reversed it. I can't even mad at it now.
See, people really, man, you know, have problems right now, especially after COVID. It seems like this whole society, the whole, you know, nation, then went a whole different way, man. And you got murders now, man. You have doggone, you know, like you say, people committing suicide. Don't think it's a better way, but it's always a better way, man. I mean,
better way.
Always a better way, bro. I
So-
mean, I don't care what it is. It's so many things. When I travel on the road, man, sometimes I rent a car, like when I'm going for like 2 or 3 days, man, I get to the city, then I rent a car, and man, I drive around some of these places, man, and it takes, some of these places take you back to like 1970s, man, 1940s. You see some of the same stuff that they had back in the day, and you're like, wow, man. And then I travel abroad, man, go around the world, and you see things. I mean, one time I flew over Mount Fuji, man, for like 3 hours, man, just going over Mount Fuji in Japan, and seeing Bermuda, man, how blue the water is, like somebody then threw tidy bowl. It's like it's so many things out there in the world that people, will miss, if you take your life, and then some of these things that you miss that you probably could see could change the way you think.
Yeah.
Can change your whole feeling about yourself. Sometimes instead of taking your life, man, it's take yourself out of that situation and putting it in a whole different atmosphere and scenery, and you see how you excel, and you be like, wow, man, this out here, I can live, I can spread my wings, I could, just go out and be what I want to be and do what I want to do, because there's no negative forces, negative energy around me that's constricting me, so that's what I would tell people, man. It's just hang in there and just take yourself out of the situation instead of out of the world. Put yourself in another part of the world.
That's good.
I like that, and that's what My Life Matters is about. It's a musical that's 85. They say it's more, right?
I think it's more.
I would say the percentage of it is improv.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't have a structured script, right? So I give my character, my actors and cast a story, a topic, and then I let them pray and we meditate and we just sit here and we put the scenery in our head. Most of them are real people that battle depression. I was battling depression and being suicidal and knocking my wife's door. So these are our real true testimonies with My Life Matters. And
my
so
wife deals with people every day, man, and kids in the schools, man, Pasadena Unified School System District, and she, man, tell me stories, and you'll be surprised. Well, you guys know. I mean, it's these young kids, man. Now, I mean, they thinking suicide, they cutting, and some of them 13 years old, man, girls prostituting, man, and and she has, been trying to help so many of them out, man. And it gets very depressing, seeing that, kids at that age and already gave up,
Already. Yeah.
One thing for sure, when you give up, it ain't going to happen. But if you keep pushing, man, I always tell people, hey, man, it's like from what's the book? Thing I can't remember, but it goes. It say, one day that storm will come. When that storm come, that storm will come. It say, but when it does, look it in his eyes and say, do your worst, for I'm prepared to do mine.
Wow.
That's what you have to do, man. You have to take 7 breaths and push through to the other side, because when you keep trying, it will happen. I mean, dude, I had open heart surgery, dude. I had had to get a kidney transplant, man. It was times that I couldn't even walk from my den to my kitchen, man. I would get out of breath, man. And, but I never thought about giving up, man, because I knew if I gave up, then that would be it.
That would be it. Yeah.
Let me fight this out. Let me fight it out. I fought it out, and I'm on the other side right now. I still fight, man, because, I still have temptations to eat bad, like I did eat chocolate candy today, so I got to do a little extra something on the Peloton, maybe.
Yeah, you do.
I doubt if I'm going to do it, but I got to make sure I threw that paper out the car, man, because my wife getting the car.
You know what?
I threw out the window.
But that's some good wisdom, family, and I appreciate it. And with all that's going on in the world today, and just sharing your testimony, and you're still here, and there was a lot of reasons that you could have said, no, I don't want to be here no more. People know me from here. I'm having an open heart. I need a kidney. I don't want to do this anymore. But you got a 4-year-old. Son.
Yeah, man. I have kids, man. I wife, people that, people depends on you, man. I mean, people that love you not only depend on you, but they love you. They you'll hurt them more, probably than you hurt yourself.
Right.
So if you love your family members, man, I mean, you want to be around for them. I mean, it's things that you could do with them. And, even if you don't have, close relatives or family, there's friends out there. There's things that, you have a support team, somebody out there that cares, man. I mean, you just got to make that right connection. And like I say, remove yourself from the situation that's making you feel the way you feel and try to put yourself in another situation that, can uplift yourself, man. I mean, it's things that you haven't seen out here trust me, I have seen a lot of things, man, and it's so beautiful. In this world, man, not just this country. People always say America is the best country. I'm like, well, you need to travel a little bit more. You need to see the rest of the world, You need to see the rest of the world because it's a beautiful world, man, and beautiful people out here, man.
Ooh,
I laughed and I was about to cry.
Yes, you have to. Oh, that's what you was doing.
That light
Yes, he said some good stuff that I'm hoping and praying that everybody would listen to. And one of the things that stuck out to me, while he was talking, this came to me, is that what? A lot of people think that they don't matter. A lot of people think that no one cares about them, but there is somebody that care about you. You gotta find them. They care about you. So if you're watching and you're feeling like nobody cares, somebody does. Somebody does care about you. Your life really, really does matter.
And that's one of the things we promote and we push. Before it can be a Black Lives Matter, before it can be All Lives Matter, I want you to say this and claim it for yourself and say my life matters.
That's right.
Healthily, mentally, physically, for my family, and that's what you do, bro.
My life matters.
True.
Man. I mean, every life, man, is important. Every life is precious. So, look at yourself and tell yourself, hey, I'm somebody that's worth fighting, somebody that's worth fighting for, somebody that's worth, being able to have a successful, happy, meaningful life, man. Because, it's things to do, man. It's things to do. That's things to see that. Trust me, it's mind blowing. I love even Hawaii. I love going on the North Shore in Hawaii when I'm, me and my family. Man, I love going to the grocery store with my wife, man. I mean, just doing things. You know what I mean? Just doing anything. I go by myself. Just I like getting in the car and just go ride sometimes, man. I mean, and I mean, it's other things. We have a tendency to get stuck in a rut. And you find yourself hard to get out that rut. But if you take that first step, like they say, man, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Yes. Sometimes you just take that step and raise up off the couch and walk somewhere. That's that single step, man, that leads to the success that you want to get.
Well, y'all heard it from Bruhman. Man said it.
That was deep.
From everybody else.
That was deep, man. Man, you quote
the count of Monte Cristo.
Hey, what's up, episode Marshall Bruhman? You quoting from Michigan, dude?
Yeah. From Fraud and them. Fraud and them said, like suppress desires of the things that we wish we had.
Hey, man, you listen, my beloved. This is the part where we give you the stage.
Well,
it's like a birthday. You can do what you want, say what you want. You're just not getting the present from us.
All right, well,
stage.
I just tell people, man, like I said, man, I'm an advocate. I love kids, man. To any kid out there thinking that they are alone or that they feel like their life is not worth anything, I encourage you. There's somebody out there that cares about you, and you have the strength to do and be whatever you want to do and be. Because tough times don't last. Tough people do. So stand up, be tough, be strong, and hey, you make the way that you want to make. It might take a long time, but that time gonna come anyway, whether you do or you don't. So it's best to be working toward it than not to be at all. Because when a long time comes, you haven't started working at it. Now you got to start over and have another long time to go. So start now. Do what you have to do. Be what you want to be, and let nobody tell you that you can't accomplish the things that you want to accomplish because you're stronger than that.
Wow.
Well, man, that's deep, man.
That's just how I feel, man. I always have. My grandmother always told me, man, always have confidence in yourself. As a little kid, I didn't know what the word confidence meant. And I said, always have confidence in yourself. Believe that you could do whatever it is you want to do, man. I mean, I ran track, excelled at it, played football, excelled at it, and still trying to excel at acting, man. And I'm gonna keep on going. Sometimes it get rough. Sometimes you don't get the parts. I've got turned down way more times than I got the parts. So, but I'm gonna keep on fighting, keep on struggling, man. Keep on doing what I do because I love the struggle. I love the hustle. If we had everything good all the time, you get bored with that, man. You be like, dang, do something else. And this thing hell could be if you go to hell and get everything you want. You shoot pool and you shoot a pool ball and all the balls go in. You pull the slot machine, all the money come out the slot machine. You got all the women, you got the cars, you got a big house.
Yeah.
Somebody be like, yo, man, I want to go to hell. Because hell could be a little bit better, but then you already in hell. So imagine you think you're in heaven, but you're in hell. So the tough times make the easy time that much better.
Yeah. Amazing. Great words. You done left me speechless. Nobody does that.
That's it, man. That's it. We don't have no conniption fit up in here now.
Yeah, not yet.
That up in here. Anybody know me? We know we ain't had no conniption fit up.
Let me tell you, it's been a pleasure to have you on board.
I appreciate you guys, man.
And we did have a question that popped up from Joe Spellbound. But I thought it would come up. But he did say, how do we break the stereotype of doing the work and going to counseling when it comes to mental health? That's something that's...
I wish my wife was here to answer that question, man.
Right.
Yeah, because she can answer that better than me. But, like I say, man, that first step, maybe it's just a step to take to go forward, to make that call, to make that move to get the help that you need, go to the counseling. And you can learn from there, because if you have a professional to help you go get through what you're going through, then you're on your way. But you can't do it unless you take that first step.
Absolutely. Take that first step. And I always say, we have the stereotype of, of doing the work is that we feel like if we speak to someone about it, if we go to counseling, we feel like we're crazy. And I'm learning, no, you're not crazy. You're crazy if you don't go. Something is wrong and you don't go. That's crazy. Crazy is doing the same thing, thinking that you're going to get a different result. And that's not what that is. So, I think the first step to breaking it is, like you said, reach out to somebody and start talking.
Start talking.
The stereotype is thinking, people, back in the day used to say you crazy. You got to go talk to a shrink. No. That's not it, man. No, everybody need help. Everybody needs somebody to talk to. Some people might talk to their mother, their father, their pastor, their uncle, or whoever it may be. If those people not around, not available, then that's what counselors are for. They mental health specialists, man. I mean, everybody. Mike Tyson. I mean, some of the best people that have been to mental, help counseling, man. Got mental health counseling. So it's nothing embarrassing about that. It's nothing funny about that. I mean, that's just, that's you working on yourself. Just like if you go get a massage, just like if you go get, go to the gym. Fear, man. It's like, don't fear anything. Fear is like a feeling, like you feel hot, you feel cold, you feel fear. I mean, it can't kill you, right? So, just do it.
What do you mean? Give me a broad man thing. Yeah, let me see. Let me see if I get this.
Oh gosh.
Man. I sound like
I don't know.
No, that was terrible.
I don't think so. Try it again, baby. Try it again.
He was doing things for my mama.
What you think I'm doing? Just chilling.
There you go.
Okay, we gave it to you.
That's it.
All I can do is this.
From the fifth floor.
Just from the fifth floor. Ain't nobody got. I imitate a lot of people, man. I'm doing theater stuff. Like, I can't do them. Like, I'm trying. Like, I was gonna imitate him on the stage until I said, if I can get him on the stage,
let's get him on your stage. Don't.
Man, it's just skills. You gotta drop the whole little outfit, my dude. You gotta let you can't just come around here, man, and ask for some sandwiches unless you got the sandwich mentality.
Oh snap! I got dizzy just now.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said, I knew you had this place by myself.
Somebody else.
That's what it is.
More famous swag in the morning. Stick around for a minute and I'll holler at you. Hold tight. It's World Famous Swag in the morning. That was my bra, man.
Yes.
This dude is so hit. I really got dizzy after that last laugh. I couldn't do nothing, man. Oh my God. An incredible gift.
Incredible.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I feel for his wife. She got to be, do not know it, but she's blessed. Because she knows that's a good dude, man.
I think she gets
I think that's why he was looking.
Yeah,
I think about he was doing the Dak Preston do his little thing. He was doing this like with his neck, like looking,
he had to stay on his toes though. She was on his toes.
I'm gonna get her boots. Oh, let's make sure she don't walk in that door. That was Reggie Bruhman Ballard. I'm telling you, this guy is incredible, man. Gifted. Yeah, I heard him, man. He was on the stage. He was on our stage, man. He got his Oscar from us, his virtual Oscars, NAACP. I didn't tell him that, because I could see Pittsburgh Steelers, they got more rings than us. He would have got big-headed.
Oh, okay.
He would have got big-headed.
I'm glad you didn't tell him
that. He would have got big-headed. It's the next Thursday, new time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I am excited to have Bruhman. He even did a shout-out for My Life Matters. He even did some dialogue for My Life Matters. I'm excited. Lady B, you got your book. Maybe you need to send his wife your book because you had that question. You're like, you're right, that's my wife. It's World Famous Swag in the morning. At least I got to give him some credit. He was in his lane. He said, I'm going to stay in my doggone lane. I'm just a funny acting, good father, love college football. He asked me some deep mental health questions, spellbound. Ask me when my wife is here. We out of here, y'all.
Amazing show.
Amazing. We love you out of life, and there's nothing you can do about it but love us back. And in the process of loving us back, you take a selfie and say to yourself, my life matters to the moon. Swag, y'all.